Alright guys, so today I'm going to be doing something a little bit different. I'm going to be starting off with the first M.A.Z.E sports chat time. So, let's get into it. Okay, so some things that have happened in the world of sport uh, this week, and then I'll get into sort of more football and Formula One and other stuff. So, France win the Six Nations in a last-minute thriller. Ireland secure the Triple Crown. Medvedev knocks out Alcatraz Indian Wells. F1 have cancelled the Bahrain and Saudi Arabia races because of what is going on in Iran. And March Madness basketball tournament is about to start. So obviously it is also coming to the end of the football calendar season. Arsenal went 9 points clear at the top of the table yesterday after Manchester City drew to West Ham. Burnley, Bournemouth drew. Brighton beat Sunderland 1-0. 2 late goals in the Arsenal versus Everton game. Max Downman becoming the youngest ever Premier League player to score a goal. Gordon with an upset against Chelsea, with Newcastle winning 1-0. And then Mavropanos in the 35th minute to equalise the Manchester City game. So that was all from yesterday. Today we've got Palace versus Leeds, United versus Villa, Liverpool versus Tottenham, and Nottingham Forest versus Fulham. But during the week, you had Europa League, Champions League on Tuesday and Wednesday. No English team won a game in the Champions League this week. And not a single team has won a game in the Champions League this week from England. You had Galatasaray beating Liverpool, Atletico Madrid beating Tottenham, Newcastle United and Barcelona drawing. You had Chelsea losing 5-2 to PSG. Pardon me. You had Real Madrid winning 3-0 against City, and Arsenal and Bayer Leverkusen drawing 1-1. So yeah, that is you also had obviously the FA Cup matchups. And coming up in the FA Cup is City versus Liverpool, Chelsea versus Port Vale, Arsenal versus Southampton, and West Ham United versus Leeds United on the 4th and 5th of April. So that, I would say, is sort of it for football. just looking at races actually still going over in China. So I just gotta close it up and reopen it. So I will on these. I will on these try and get other sort of people in to like talk about sports with me, and then I'd sort of ask them some questions about their club or whatever sport they prefer. And so not finished, but it nearly is. I don't know, I might have to wait for them to finish off the race and then I'll give you that. What else is been happening? Okay, so here is some of the biggest individual performances of the week. You have Lewis Belly Barry, rugby, for France. He delivered on the greatest individual tournament ever in the Six Nations. Danny Medvedev, tennis, produced a masterclass to defeat world number 1. You have Kylian Mbappe for football. Delivered a standout performance in La Liga this week with multiple goals and assists in a dominant victory. Caitlin Clark, basketball, women's basketball, so that's probably Caitlin. Caitlin Clark put up another huge scoring game into the NCAA tournament. So yeah, I'll check back in. Race is finished. So it's still not giving me the answer. But in 22nd, you have Alex Albon for Williams. You have Bortoleto. Yep, Bortoleto for Audi. Yep, Bortoleto for Audi. 20th, you have Lando Norris in the McLaren. 19th, you have Oscar Piastri in the McLaren. In 18th, you have Lance Stroll in the Aston Martin. Followed by, in 17th, Fernando Alonso in the Aston Martin. I don't believe that Piastri, Norris, Bortoleto and Albon actually made it to the race, because it's not showing that they've had any pits. In 16th is Max Verstappen in the Red Bull. In 15th is the newest team on the grid, and I mean the one that's been built by scratch, is Perez in the Cadillac. And then you have Esteban Ocon in hang on. Then you have Esteban Ocon in the Haas team, and it's done something. Yes, you have Esteban Ocon in Haas. You have Bottas, Valtteri Bottas in the Cadillac. You have Arvin Lindblad in the Racing Bulls. You have Hulkenberg in the Audi. Colapinto in what's he driving? Alpine. Hadjar in Red Bull. Liam Lawson in, I want to say, Racing Bulls. Gasly in 6th in the Alpine. In 5th is Oliver Berman in Haas. 4th is Charles Leclerc. Coming 3rd and on the podium is Lewis Hamilton for Ferrari. Coming 2nd is George Russell for Mercedes, and coming 1st is Kimi Antonelli for Mercedes, who had a 5.5 second gap between him and George Russell. So that is it. Next time I will get someone on to do a little bit of chatting them as well. But if you have enjoyed it, drop a like, drop a comment, let me know what you want me to do next time, but I will get other people on. So see you in the next one.